Hello, and welcome to another Apokolips Productions podcast episode of Why Should I Care About? I'm Erebus.
I'm BaconLord.
And I'm Yorongoth.
And today, we're here to tell you why you should care about the DCL Reddit. So, first and foremost, as we mentioned in our episode on alliances, this game is a communal game. It is a great opportunity to meet other players, make friends, have these connections, and one of the primary ways to do this is through the DCL Reddit. The first thing to know about the DCL Reddit is probably what the DCL Reddit is. And it is r/DC Comics Legends Game. All one word. I think there are some other subreddits that are similarly titled, but that is the one that you want. And we will make sure that it is linked in our show notes if you should want to go and check it out. The other important DC Legends Reddit to mention is the r/DCL_recruitments. That is a place that if you are looking for an alliance or you are an alliance leader looking to bolster your ranks, that is where you can post about finding people.
Yeah, that's about it.
So I'm a little addicted to my phone, as, you know, somebody who plays a mobile game constantly. And I will admit, I spend a lot of time on this Reddit. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great community meeting place, and you can find all sorts of topics here or ask all sorts of questions here, from talking about bugs that you have found, to sharing memes that you've found, to just finding an answer to a question that we might not have covered here on our podcast yet.
Our podcat?
I did say podcat. I know. One of the best parts of the DCL subreddit is the community manager, Reeves. She constantly keeps us updated with all the new information about who the new tunes are, sharing silhouettes. She's very responsive when it comes to when people tag her and tell her that there's an issue. I've had many times where I have posted something and said, hey, I just noticed this thing in the game. I don't know what to do about it. And she's reached out. So this is our shout out to Reeves. Thank you for your hard work and for keeping the community well informed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, Reeves is really wonderful. I've actually had a couple of times where I've had to DM her because I commented on one of her posts or a post and kind of tagged like, hey, we're having this issue. Most of the time it's a raid one, because those are usually when I'm active on the Reddit, I usually try not to tag because I feel like everyone else is tagging her, so I try not to tag her too often. But there was one time, it was during a raid, like we were having it was, you know, one of the raids where we've had issues, and I tagged saying there was this issue that no one else was seeming to have, but it was about like one of the bosses, and it wasn't like a Superboy raid, but wasn't getting stunned. And I reached out to her. She said, I'm so sorry you're having that issue. Send me a video and I'll get it to the devs and we'll see if we can take care of it before the next day started. And they did, actually, which was really nice. But yeah, so she's very quick. She's very responsive. She's very kind, which is something you don't always find with moderators and developers. I know too many games with very mean developers.
So true.
But yeah, just a blessing to this game, because she really is really good.
And I will say, all of the moderators on the DCL Reddit, they are very helpful. They take what they do seriously, and they want to help people have the best experience in this game. So definitely shout out to them.
They're also all active players.
Yes.
Which is incredibly important.
Very true.
Yes. So if you're having an issue, oftentimes, and you post about it, oftentimes you'll see them come in and say, oh, yeah, I just tested that out, and I agree with you. That's an issue. We should definitely try and get the attention on this. And one of the ways that they have done that is they actually implemented a bug tracker on the Reddit. So if you go to the Reddit main page, you will see some links across the top, including how to download the game and some resource links to the DCL toolkit and other resources. Also, a link to the... Which Discord is this?
There's a special Discord. It's the Redditverse Discord. It's not one of the more active Discords, but there are a lot of people on it. I'm trying to remember how many there are right now.
I think there are 652 members.
Is it 652?
Yes, I believe so. That's what it says on my phone right now.
I was gonna guess somewhere around that.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big Discord. If it's not as active as DCL for you or Joker's server, some of the other ones, but it is still a pretty big server
with also quite a lot of good resources.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to the Reddit page, the subreddit page, and you scroll down along the right, you'll see some additional resources, including a link to the bug tracker, which is shared with the devs so that they know what people are seeing in game, a link to the DCL toolkit, another link to the Discord, and links to the DCL recruitments page. I would advise anybody who's joining the Reddit or the subreddit to make sure to read and follow all of the rules. Don't super spam any particular topic. If you see a bunch of posts about a specific bug, I would say more often than not around the time of the drop of a new character, maybe? That would never happen.
Yeah, no.
You don't need to pile on with another topic. You can just go into the thread and actually contribute there. But yeah, more than anything, stay civil on there, and it's a fantastic way to talk to others about this game that we all love.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's also an excellent place for content creation. I don't know if y'all are looking through it right now, but there's a couple of really good, or I'm trying to remember what I was going to say was really good. There's a couple of good fan art things. Fan art's becoming a thing again, I've noticed. It kind of took a drop for a little bit because the Reddit became a place that kind of just became bug central for a little bit. Like, is anyone else seeing this bug, this bug, this bug? And I'm like, that's not even a bug, that's the character's ability. It can be a very strange place sometimes, but like right now I'm looking at it because of the announcement for the change to that mission today. There's a person asking about XP for the same, because they changed the gear. They're changing the gear daily mission, and someone was suggesting the XP daily mission also get changed for in-game players. But there's also people asking questions like, who's better, Red Hood or Talia? Because they're newer to the game, and that's really not a comparison, but it's a question on there.
Yeah, and when multiple characters are in the shop at the same time, you will see a lot of discussion of, hey, who should I spend my resources on? And people on here, for the most part, try and be helpful. And
there are a couple of people that don't try to be helpful. So what I use the Reddit for personally is content creation, and that's because that's where I publish the histories that I do. I do a graphic for the Siege every month, and I was one of the first people to do original memes about the game forever ago. And if you check my Reddit, those are still my top posts. I had one that I think hit like 180 upvotes.
Nice.
That's really
about
rad.
Skins. About the skins when those came out, and it was really I'll find it, I'll send it to y'all later, but it's really funny. But I use it for content creation, and I posted this month for the Fire Siege. I posted my graphic, and someone said, I don't know, it got deleted. I can't remember what it said exactly, but it was like, wow, and this does what exactly? And I'm like, okay, cool. And then someone else hopped on before I could and said, hey, just because you don't care doesn't mean other people don't. So quit trying to diminish this person's work, whoever this is. I was like, oh shoot, I should put BaconLord on there somewhere, but yeah, no. So most people are usually helpful or nice. There's a small handful that are mean.
Yeah, and speaking of content creation that goes up on the Reddit, look for these posts of this podcast on the Reddit too.
I mean, usually they found us through one of these, through a medium. It's usually through Reddit, the CC, or YouTube. So one of the Discord servers. So if you saw it, upvote it. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
That's the smarter ask. All right. Well, any final thoughts?
None for me here.
I don't think so for me either.
All right. Well, I hope we've convinced you to check out the Reddit, just the subreddit. Just a reminder, it is r/DC Comics Legends Game. You can find that link in our show notes. You can also find that link over on our website, apokolipspod.com, where you can also find links to our Twitter at apokolipspod, our Discord, our YouTube, and any other links we think may be helpful to you this week. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.